Hi, I'm Dave. I'm going to give you an intro to PowerSprite Animator. I'm one half of PowerHoof. We're a little indie games company, just me doing code and a friend who does art and animation. Our games are very sprite heavy. We do a lot of animation events to inject as much juice as possible into our games. And the aim of this tool is to make that as easy as possible. So easy that any idiot could do it.
Hey Dave, have you seen my pants?
On your legs.
Thanks.
That's alright. So I'll get into it and show you how it works. So to open up the animator, you just click on Window and click PowerSprite Animator. I've already got it open here, obviously. And then you select your animations in your project window as you normally would. The animations just use Unity's default stuff, so you don't have to do anything special. So I guess we'll dive into creating a new animation. So just go create animation, I'll set up a new one. Maybe we'll call it test. For this one I'll add this run for this sprite, this pink kind of guy. So you can just select the frames, you can drag them in one at a time, or select multiple ones, drag them all in, and hit play. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Obviously I want it to loop, so we've got some play controls up the top here. You can loop the preview here, and I can also set up the animation to be a looping animation too. I can adjust the speed of the preview and zoom in and out, and reset it by clicking the little thing. You can also click the name here and that'll select the animation for you. So the first thing I guess I'll show you is just basically rescaling like the different animation frames. So one thing we like to do a lot is to add weight to things, is to increase some frames to make them have a bit more weight. So this will give him a bit more of a floaty run. To get a bit more accuracy, we can increase the frame rate up here. So I'll just change that to 60, and now I can kind of get a bit more fidelity in the control. So that's looking a bit like nicer. It's kind of got a bit of a skip, and I can select them all, select all the frames, and then rescale them all a bit, so make it a bit faster. Yeah, it looks looking pretty good. So the other thing we can do here, I can zoom in and out with mouse wheel and sort of move this around if I need to. I can zoom in and out on this and hold with the mouse wheel and like hold the middle or right mouse button and pan that around to get a better view. You can select multiple things, you can delete them, undo, you can reorder things, and I've also got this list here where I can specify frames a bit more accurately if I want to. So if I wanted to make sure these two frames are only go for 8 samples, I can do that. What else? Yeah, so that's really the basics for setting up an animation. You don't really have to do much more. So the next thing I'll show is animation events, and these are really useful if you want to appoint an animation that does something in your code. The way you create them is by double clicking on this bar and then typing the name of the event. So maybe I'll call this footstep, and I'll make another one, and that would call a function in that game object that's playing the animation called footstep. You can also have parameters on events, just like in Unity's animations. So say this one's called screen shake. Maybe I've got a float parameter, so I can set the screen shake to 11. There's some more complicated or advanced features, I guess, with events, but I might leave that till another video. Alright, so I guess like the other things, you can select and move and delete events as you would with the frames. They kind of all nest together. So yeah, it's pretty basic, pretty simple to use. It's not really much more to it. I've included a component which lets you be able to play Unity animations, sprite animations, without having to use Unity's animator states and all that stuff, which is pretty useful. So I'll show that stuff in the next video. Thanks for watching.